Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Second and 10. Throwing now is Allen. On target to his man, Likely. And they get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll take this down to the 33.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Oh, that looks really good.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll send the tight end in motion. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Allen. That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. A first catch there for Wilson and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Josh Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good decision to keep the football and some really good running to find the end zone.
And so much for scouting, because you know they went over this in practice on the defensive side, that you have to protect the edges in that RPO, that he may tuck it and keep it himself. Instead, he crashed down, and off he went.
Smack now for the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Mark's backsplash.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
And that's too tall for his receiver. It's incomplete.
this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
It's taken to the 26. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Play action. Now it's Allen. Complete to Likely. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Wandale Robinson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty.
He's our referee today. So we're off during this challenge. First possession of the first preseason.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no thought of bringing this one out. They'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill after camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Off play action. Howard. He lets it go deep for Olave. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
People here were fantastic. The selection is outstanding, and then the other piece we got to customize that.
And he's going to use his legs here. He'll pitch it. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Trust that any other
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love.
And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Austin Eckler as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good starting field
Let me know when you're
position
ready.
for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there.
So halftime here out west, let's go east. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
At this point, you want to get up snapping. And for a job like that, Murray, one through his progression, protection was fantastic.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete.
He'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4. They also have 40-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he swallowed him right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a check.
America is loving Ford quality.
Ford quality.
Backs it up.
Ford is #1 in new vehicle quality, and F-Series are America's best-selling trucks.
Great deals, crazy good capability.
America, this is what summer's all about. Get 0% APR for 36 months and $1,000 toward your down payment on select Ford vehicles, plus a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years.
Love the windows.
And they're built to last. Oh, Anderson is the #1 trusted window and door brand.
Stick windows.
That is right. Really sweet frame. Easy open, easy close.
Oh, so elegant.
And you'll stay dry. Anderson really opens up the space.
Wow. Oh, hey. What a view.
In a world where a lot can go wrong, trust your home to Anderson. Do you trust me? Not as much as I trust Anderson.
Hi, neighbor. There's a new destination for all things Minnesota high school sports. It's called Strip Varsity. It's from the Minnesota Star Tribune, so you know it's trusted. With a deep bench to cover all of Minnesota. We've rebuilt and relaunched our MM Prep hubs and added more sports. Stories, streams, stats, scores, schedules. We have it all at Strip Varsity. Subscribe today at startribune.com/stripvarsity.
When you hire a local law firm like Nicolay Law, we have that personal dedication and caring for each and every client. Anybody can say that, but the way that we actually live it, actions speak louder than words. Every individual level is dedicated to excellence, dedicated to client experience, and dedicated to success for our clients.
Welcome back to Minnesota Vikings football. Communication has been key in this Brian Flores' defense. And now that Harrison Smith is in retire or return to limbo, the communicator for the past 3 seasons, that role is turned over to safety Josh Metellus. I spoke to him this week, and he said that it's something he's been practicing at camp each and every day. The only thing that's changed for him is his pre-snap process and the order with which he gives the checks and then the order he puts himself in. It's been something he's been practicing because Brian Flores says they won't do anything without meeting on it. Walk me through it, and then
as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run with Wilson, and he is going to lose yardage here. Asante Samuel Jr. there finding his way to the ball for a stop and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Had some really good moments in his rookie year from Arizona State last year.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Allen now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. In motion right is Wilson. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Allen now looks to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To the air. Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
For the field goal, a 45-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted.
Automatic first down. 17 games last year with the Las Vegas Raiders. Keep that field Jackson going. Takes a weird snap and a pirouette. And he throws it out to the right. It's incomplete. So now it's going to
and they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 75. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this
Hi, Charlie.
1st and 10.
Love you.
Kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.